from Los Angeles, California. We're the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hello there, kind friends. Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft, joined by a man who has no pants and undies on and is currently tying his dick in a knot. That's the dragon himself, Jeff Clark.
I really wish I had enough dick to tie it in a knot.
And beaming to us from the center of the moon, the bearded green cheese-eating space monster known as Shuddyboy.
Yo, what up? First off, I want to say how much I enjoy your t-shirt, Kevin.
You recently actually started listening to, well, not that recently, maybe a year
recently.
ago.
Wait,
well,
what?
I mean, in comparison, kind of, right? Didn't you
Who are
not
you
listen
addressing?
to the whole Wu-Tang Clan catalog until like a year ago?
Oh, me. You're talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I listened to every release by any Wu-Tang member ever, including Capadonna. Yes, I did do that recently.
We need to get you a Wu-Tang shirt for your efforts.
I have
Yeah,
a
for real.
Wu-Tang shirt. Wu-Tang has never been the issue. I've heard
Clearly.
all the Wu-Tang albums. I didn't dive into like You God's catalog or Inspect the Deck or Grave Diggers or any of the side projects before. That's what I did. I did it chronologically.
Shuddyboy just came all over your face, Jeff.
Yeah, let me wipe some of that Shuddyboy jizz off. Well, I agree with him. So it's weird to get jizz in the face on and then jizz on the face. It's weird for Shuddy to come on my face and then agree with him, but I do. It's a good shirt.
Also, nice load, Shuddy.
Yeah. Wow, it's thick.
Oh, shout out to your ropes.
I've been watching. Do you guys watch Big Mouth on?
I do not.
Netflix?
Nope.
I watch sports.
Well, the one teacher on the show talks about coming and says that he put his thick in the warm.
I don't like that.
And when Jeff said it was thick, that's what made me think of it.
Oh.
That's all. Sorry. All right, let's get back on track. Sorry, I threw.
Yeah, we got a
everything.
lot of shit to talk about. Some stuff came up in the Easter egg right before we hit the theme song that needs addressing. A lot of things. It's going to be a packed show, friends. So buckle up. I mean, we have to start with Jeff. You dropped a bomb, no pun intended, on us in the Easter egg, and I need to know more.
Yeah. So as I said in the Easter egg, I shit my pants recently, and I'm becoming like more of an old man. Like I fall asleep before 9 o'clock most nights, but then again, I do wake up. Like I woke up at like 3 a.m. today, so I am falling asleep early, but waking up super early, even like unnaturally early for even old dudes, right? But so I've been pooping a lot lately, and I don't know. I feel like my bowels and my bladder is it's got more of a hair trigger than before, and it's partially due to my diet, which isn't great, and my age, or just
What are your
whatever,
turds
how I
like?
carry myself.
Are you
What's up?
are you shooting splatter out, or are you dropping logs?
I've been splattering a lot. I've been peeing out of my butthole a lot lately.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You have COVID. Diarrhea is a symptom of COVID. I have a family member who
Yep.
got
I
the
was
runs.
gonna. There's that, and since that's a new thing in your life.
Wait, what?
The liberal hoax.
Yeah, both you fools
That's not
had
new.
COVID
That's
scares.
been going on for like a year.
But it touched your life. It could be that, or maybe you're developing IBS as an old person.
I think, yeah, I hope it's the first one. I hope that I just shit out all the COVID.
I don't think that's how it works.
Well,
I don't think
I
that's
don't
the
know.
COVID
He gave me
leaving.
options, and I chose one.
I don't think that's the COVID leaving your body. That's a symptom of COVID.
Well, that's the only symptom of COVID I had, and now I'm good. And I don't even really necessarily believe it. I wouldn't click on that link if it said COVID patients suffer from explosive diarrhea. I would assume it's a big, thick, veiny black man's dick.
So is that the word that you would use to describe your diarrhea? It's explosive right now?
It definitely wasn't that day, and it has been in recent days. Again, my diet isn't wonderful, hence the horizontal growth of Geoff Clark. That's right, third person. But I don't even know. I didn't even eat bad that day. I had a bagel and some coffee, but I take 2 naps throughout the day. I get a nice mid-morning one in, and then in like a PM one in. Sometimes
there's so many fucking layers to this story. So you just said how, you get up super early and you go to bed super early.
Right.
And that makes sense. But you're getting up super early, taking 2 naps, and then going to bed super early.
Yeah, how much of your 24 hours, Geoff, how many of your 24 hours per day do you spend sleeping?
Probably 6. I tell you, I'm like a weird sleeper. I'll sleep for I'll take like an hour nap, take maybe 2-hour naps, and I'll sleep for like 5 hours. So I guess like 7 by the
Okay, so you're getting 8 hours of sleep. Roughly.
You just suck at it because it's not continuous.
Yeah,
I'm really bad. You're not like taking a 2 or 3 hour nap in the late morning and then another 2 hour nap. You're just doing quick power naps.
So let's get back to the meat and potatoes of this.
All right, sorry.
How did you
back
shit
to the
your pants?
Shitting.
So I was taking a nap and I was face down and I really had to poop. And I didn't think it was as pressing of a concern as it actually was.
You thought the fart was going to go around the turd?
I didn't think I was in jeopardy of shitting my pants, is what I'm saying.
No one ever does. No one ever does.
Right, well, right. Yeah, I guess.
No one's ever like, 1 second, I'm going to shart right now.
So I was on my stomach. My tummy started feeling really bad. I knew I had to poop, but it all hit me like a ton of bricks, and I just couldn't really move fast enough. And then it got to the point where it was like, oh no, I can't move at all. Like I have to strategically get out of bed because if I make too sudden of a movement, I'm going to poop myself. And that's essentially what had happened. It wasn't a full on shit, but I had wet, watery poop that leaked out of my butthole. And
did it fall on the floor?
In my pants. No, because all right, so here's the thing. It did get into my bathroom floor, but as I shit myself, I was in like denial. Like I didn't believe that I shit myself. I was like, wait a minute, that didn't just happen.
Yeah, you just screamed fake news at your ass and the shit sucked back up it?
Yeah. So I did the training day. I, felt around, came up with the brown fingers, poopy fingers. And I was like, oh, wow. Geoff Clark shit his pants. So I don't
Geoff,
know why.
let me pause you real quick because I know it takes a lot, but did that get you to wash your fucking hands?
No, still haven't washed them. And I'm proud of that, by the way.
Staying on brand. I like it.
I took a shower. I mean, that handles it. My hands were in the shower.
So now there's poop on the shower.
You touched everything with poop.
I washed my fucking hands. I washed my hands. I'm not going to. I mean, that's.
This sounds like you're only saying you washed your hands so we stop giving you shit.
I thought it was an obvious joke. Like, come on.
Obvious joke couldn't also be true.
What they say about good jokes is there is some truth in that.
Did you have to throw out any articles of clothing?
Oh, I would have lit it on fire if I could have. I never wanted to see those underpants again, ever again. I couldn't watch them.
How much of a mess did you leave?
It was a mess. It was a mess, A, and B, if you ever shit your pants, do you ever keep those pants? You can never look at those again.
I mean, I've sharted before.
Hanging out with a girlfriend who's cheated on you. Like, no, I can't ever look at you the same again.
Look, it's not the underpants' fault. It's my ass's fault. Like, if it's not a disaster, I'll wash them and save them. But that epic moment where I dropped a full poop in my pants because Jolene was in my living room and I was waiting for her to turn the TV on so I could have some noises to drown out the sound of me pooping. And I waited so long, I full on took a dump in my pants. I had to throw my socks out.
I just don't. I still can't wrap my head around how long you were holding a shit that it just involuntarily exploded from your asshole. It
got to the
for
point
no
where,
other reason other than you held it too long.
It got to the point where I was laying on my bed, kind of like Geoff was describing, like laying on my stomach, ass in the air, just like, oh please, oh please, oh please. And when my butthole sent the signal to my brain that like this is the point of no return, just the action of me standing up and walking, and I was trying to do the walk where you don't bend your knees, so I'm walking like a toy soldier, and just the muscle movement just caused my butt to give out. It was like you diverted. It's like Star Wars when they're like, oh, divert all power to frontal shields when they're getting shot at. Like that was my body to my asshole. It was like all efforts concentrate to the bung piece. And when a little bit of power got diverted to my legs to carry me to the toilet, my ass was just like, Frada! And exploded.
I still have never.
That's exactly what happened to me.
Held a shit so long that I've gotten to that point.
I don't recommend
and I've
it.
held shits for very, very long times.
I mean, outside of being a child, that's the first and only time that's ever happened to me as an adult.
You got to live a little. When you shit your pants, you're living a little.
So, did your underpants was that the catch-all, or did you have to throw your? I'm going to guess you were wearing basketball shorts. Did you have to throw them out?
Damn right, I was wearing basketball shorts. No, I didn't have to throw those out.
What about your V-neck? Did your V-neck survive?
Yeah, the V-neck made it. I had to hurry up and I hurried up and got
the taco meat.
I hurry up and got my shorts off me, and that was cool. And then I was like, did I really shit myself? I mean, I put my hands down my pants afterwards, and I saw that I did shit myself. I was like, oh my god, I gotta get these fucking shorts off me. But it was just a liquidy. It was a liquidy situation, so I took it off, and then it dripped on the floor. And then I had to get on my hands and knees and clean my floor. I had to literally scrub my own shit off my floor.
This is so shameful. Oh.
And honestly, it wasn't even the worst part of my December. So.
Because you live with your two brothers, Bill and Cheech, were either of them alerted to your situation? Like, did it stink up the whole house? And you're like, Jesus Christ, Geoff.
No, I mean, come on. Between me and us and the dogs, we're farting all the time. There's always, I mean, unless we have the Yankee Candle burning or we just re-upped on whatever the air freshener is, that with the plug-in air fresheners that we use. It kind of, you can walk past a fart or a poopy smell, and it's not the most ridiculous thing.
So but are you saying your apartment always smells like shit and farts?
No, what I'm saying is that we fart a lot.
He's saying that not that it always smells like it, but it's not an out of place.
Yeah, your apartment is occupied by 3 constantly farting asses.
Yeah, we have 3 fat guys who fart and a dog who also farts. I mean, so yeah, I mean, for you to smell fart, which is just the gas form of poop, right? It's not like unreasonable. We're not mad scientisting poops.
That's saying 90% of the show is us mad scientisting poops.
Sure, of course.
But he doesn't.
But we know what a fart is. You know the fucking point that I'm trying to make, Kevin. All right. So I took my underpants off. I was leaking poop on the floor. It was terrible.
Did it get on the carpet?
No, I don't. I have no carpet in here, and I have a master bedroom. So like, it was just a situation that I dealt with, and no one has to know. But I workshopped this whole story to my brothers, and if they said don't ever tell anyone that, I probably wouldn't have. And they didn't. They kind of laughed. So I was like, you know what? Maybe this would be good for YouTube. It's definitely, if anyone watches this, any girl, it's probably not going to help me with my sex life. But whatever. I mean, I got to be an open book here, and I want people to accept me the way I am. And I shit my pants now twice in the last 10 years. So
MSPH in its true
form,
you're
fall in love with maybe.
Doesn't really help in the sex department. Every girl I've ever dated, and they're like, "Oh, you do a podcast? What's it about?" I'm like, "Nothing. You should never listen. It's not funny. Very boring. You will hate it."
some girl I used to hook up with, I haven't talked to in a while, and she not that recently, but like within the last couple months, texted me, said, "Hey, I saw your podcast on YouTube, funny stuff." And we were talking for a little bit, and then she stopped texting me because maybe she kept watching.
Or maybe you said something inappropriate. You should smile more.
I didn't. That's not what I did. I try to be a centrist when it comes to spitting game to chicks. Nothing polarizing,
So,
middle lane.
Geoff,
so,
you told us that somebody was at your house on Friday, and then tested positive for COVID 2 days later. Was that your situation?
Yes. The homie, Rich.
I know.
I'm gonna out him.
Well, take that, Rich.
He's a dirty fucking Asian, and he almost gave my family COVID.
My God.
Rich, I'm just kidding. You know that. I would say it to your face.
Oh, I know. I've been there when you've said it to his face.
Yeah.
But you are feeling fine. He said he was asymptomatic, and he's not feeling shitty at all. He just happened to test positive. And the Clark household is feeling fine, except for the pants shitting.
Are you isolating, all of you?
Yeah, none of us have went out. Oh, is that true? That is... Cheech did go get groceries. But other than that, I mean, we had to get... we're humans. We have to get essentials, right?
Yeah.
So, I know... Well, he said he did his best to, like, keep extra separated, not, like, just be finger fucking things. But, I mean, none of us... Again, this happened last Friday. None of us have been sick at all. Rich hasn't been sick at all. He just tested positive, and we thought, we probably. Well, I thought maybe I should get a test, but let me see if any symptoms show up, or if Rich texts me with any symptoms, because there is a chance it could have been a false positive. I know it's somewhat rare, but those things do happen. To a friend of a friend. Like, I've heard stories.
Yeah, I've heard of a friend of a friend who also got a false positive.
The new guidelines are, if you have had contact with somebody who tests positive, you have to isolate for 10 days without a test.
Cool. Well, then that's what I'm doing.
So, and when was he was over?
Last Friday. So after today would be. Yeah.
Not this past Friday, Friday before we recorded last. So you're pretty much done with isolation.
Yeah.
My whole thing with it is like, I'm trying to dodge it because I'm despite my bad luck with medical shit, I'm pretty sure it's not going to take me out, right? Like, the odds are definitely in my favor. I don't have any underlying conditions. I'm relatively young.
Definitely.
I do have...
No way it could go bad for you.
Exactly. I do have that weird ass luck. But also, if I do get it and I get, like, sick and fucked up, like some people are getting fucked up, I live alone. I still have to, do all my chores myself. I got nobody to fucking help me out. I don't want to sit here just, like, all rancid, puking and shitting all over myself and like, oh, now I gotta go cook dinner.
I'm insulted. We're essentially family, brother. Call me. I'll bring you some fucking chicken noodle soup. Want some chicken noodle soup?
I know, but sometimes you have to make sacrifices for your friends that are too stupid. Like, I know, Geoff, you're dopey enough to where you will go to somebody's house who's barfing all over the place because they have COVID. Be like, oh, what's up, homie? You want to smoke a blunt? But, like, for your best interest, I will decline.
Or is that love? Is it love?
Dopey.
I wouldn't go there to smoke a blunt. I would go there, like you said, you have very little support system out here. The closest family you got is San Diego, and obviously you're not going to want to bring them into the danger. I will go in. I won't even wear a mask. I hate masks. I'll go in. We'll fucking make out. I'll give you some chicken noodle soup. You'll be all right.
Oh, boy.
You fucking income fucking poop.
Well, that's why everybody loves you, Geoff.
You want me to complain about something else?
You're the lovable bing bong of MSPH. But Shuddy, you also had a close call.
Yes.
You almost shit yourself too?
No. My youngest tested positive for COVID. He wasn't feeling well last Friday. Saturday, he was feeling worse, called off of work. They told him he had to get tested. He got tested Monday, was feeling better. By Wednesday, he was feeling fine. I thought there was no possible way he could have it. And then Wednesday night, got the text from CVS that his results were ready, and it was positive.
Uh-oh. But
So I had to call the school and tell them he was positive, answer all of their questions. Then the city health department called, asking a million questions.
Wait, did you show up on their radar or their register and they called you?
Well, no, because I called the school. The school reported it to the city, and then the city called because of that.
Yeah.
But he's doing okay?
But you never got it, right? So obviously Bradley lives in the same house, so you never got it.
No,
right?
he's staying with my parents, and nobody report this. So that way he could finish his senior year at the school he's gone to, with the kids he's gone to school with since kindergarten.
Is that a weird thing? You said nobody report this.
Technically the city of Bethlehem thinks I still live in Bethlehem, but I do not.
Gotcha. It is different out here because kids in Long Beach, specifically in Orange County, they'll go to different schools that specialize in different things. Like Wilson High School kills it in baseball and water polo. Long Beach Poly kills it in football. So if you have a kid that fucking is sick at football in middle school, they're gonna rework things so they can get you to go to Long Beach Poly. So I didn't know if maybe they were chill out there because it's pretty similar where I'm from.
No, they are not
school
chill
districts. You gotta lie. You gotta come up with a different.
I had to
address. Physically
change my address to my parents' address for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's. But they haven't been here. They were supposed to come this last weekend because they come on the weekends. They're not with my ex's parents. They don't have school.
Did your parents get sick?
They didn't, but they have to isolate. They're in isolation with him.
Really?
So who gets the groceries? Do you just leave? Do you get them groceries and leave it on their doorstep?
It's terrible that I'm going to say this, but I don't know.
Instacart, right?
We'll say that, sure. I know my parents were getting tested, so.
And how's he doing today?
He was, like I said, he was complete. I talked to him on Wednesday when I got the results, and he was feeling fine. So
That's good.
He had the chills and body aches, no fever, and that was it for a couple of days, and then he was back to normal. And even with his positive test, he's out of isolation on Wednesday.
Nice.
Because it's 10 days from the onset of symptoms, which would have been Saturday last week.
Kevin, you're going with a lot of risk lately.
I know.
You're going to get
the mail
it, right?
is here.
Yeah. I've come to terms with the fact that I'm going to get it.
It's going to make for some good content, though, and it might help our Patreon numbers.
I know. Look what happened to our numbers when I got fired. Imagine how popular we're going to be when I die.
Yeah. A lot more people I think, no, I'm not going to say that. Yes, we will be more popular.
But I hope it's worth it. I hope this whole endeavor pays off. I know we've been trying to get to it for weeks now, and Shuddy was very bummed out at the end of last week. But I do want to get to emails and voicemails and shit, and that ties into the one we got. Let me see. I think this is the right one. Okay, yeah. So this is from Matt, and he says, "Hey guys, over the last few weeks, I've been listening to a lot of your podcasts. I really like what I hear, and I've noticed that you will answer fans' emails. Could we get a little bit of an update on what Kevin will be doing with the Jason Ellis Show podcast and when that could be up and running? I hope both casts are very successful, and I plan to be a Patreon fan once I get that set up on my phone. Have a great holiday." Thank you, Matt. So, of course, I can't, scoop Jason Ellis on announcements and stuff, but he's been doing his own solo podcast in the meantime and giving lots of updates on that. So I don't think there's really any secrets. I feel like there's going to be an announcement about the show today or tomorrow. You know, I'm constantly checking my phone for updates and stuff. We've already recorded, as of today, which is December 14th, we've recorded 3 shows already that are banked. And they're going to post once a week. So they're about an hour and a half to 2 hours long each. They're going to go up on YouTube and also as a podcast. And there will be a Jason Ellis Show Patreon. We still don't know if Jason is going to find a way to split his current Patreon or just make a new one for the Ellis Show. But we're going to be doing stuff there that I think the plan as of now is to make the Patreon a little bit more serving to diehard Jason Ellis Show Sirius XM fans. So, like, we started MSPH 10 years ago when podcasts were just sort of like a fringe form of entertainment. Like, I grew up a talk radio fan. I've been, a Howard Stern fan since I was 11. And that's kind of always been the style of stuff that I wanted to bring to the table. Like, not a show that's about something, a show that's a discussion. And we talk about, current events, stories from our lives, play games, do bits. Like, just, it's almost like an audio variety show. And then when podcasts blew up, people were making them themes. Like, oh, this is a podcast about sneakers. This is a podcast about movies. And we sort of just cover everything here. So it's weird when people find out you do a podcast. They're like, oh, what's it about? And it's like, what's it about? It's a podcast. It's talking. We talk, and it's comedy. It's weird that that's become a thing. So I feel like for us to launch the Jason Ellis Show as something that has to be bigger than, behind the SiriusXM paywall was, it might be weird for people that are, avid podcast listeners to suddenly stumble upon something and be like, oh, these guys are doing like old-timey radio bits. So we're trying to keep the YouTube show, the main podcast, as podcast-friendly as possible, and then maybe save more of our more bitty stuff for the diehards that are going to pay for a Patreon. But the plan is, always evolving and changing, and we're just going to try stuff out and see where it fits. But the plan is we're hoping to have, this week or next week, everything launched and keep it steady. So just pay attention to all of our social medias, because obviously when there's something to promote, we're going to be promoting the fuck out of it, because that's going to be our livelihood, which is also why, and it's a bummer to do it. I don't know why I always feel weird about doing it, but like putting shit on my Instagram stories, like, oh, please swipe up to sign up for my Patreon. Please don't send me to the realm of dildoing my ass on OnlyFans to pay the rent.
Dude, I feel you. I feel weird when you mention my other podcasts. And you guys don't even know, I have a third podcast. It's pretty much in the witness protection program.
Yeah. So that's, I hope that helps you out, Matt. And, yeah, we're going to see what this goes. We need it to be a really big launch, because we gotta flex our dick. And if we flex our dick big at the beginning, advertisers sign up, the show gets promotion, the Patreon gets promotion, and we can all pay our bills and keep things as they were. Because the alternative to that is, hey, I'm podcaster and grocery bagger Kevin Kraft.
Essential worker Kevin Kraft. Let's make it sound classy.
Yeah, let's look for the silver lining.
Yeah.
Well, I think you guys are going to kill it whenever what you guys are working on comes out. And, people like Matt, and I'm sure you're going to read a couple more emails, are definitely there to support you. And you guys are going to probably hit the ground running. So I'm excited.
Another email, people are, that are just discovering the show for the first time are going back and listening to older episodes and stuff. And this might be somebody who, never mind. Yeah, he says he's been a listener for a while. So this is just covering older topics. So he says, hello, Puminati Lords. Attached, you will find a revelation that will finally end the chip versus popcorn debate. These are chips made out of popcorn and have white cheddar as well as kettle corn flavor. They're absolutely delicious.
They are amazing.
Yes, that is what he sent. So to get people caught up to speed, we did a snack bracket, a.k.a. a Snack It, a couple months ago that Geoff put together. And Jeff's a big sport guy, So when he does his brackets, they are sport themed. It's not just here's a bunch of snacks. They had like themed divisions and stuff. And, you know, there was some controversy. People were bummed out that snacks were left out. People were bummed out that Smart Food Popcorn won. Particularly,
everyone hates the selection committee, Kevin.
Deep Voice Mike, he was very bummed out that popcorn beat chips because he thinks Smart Food Popcorn smells and tastes like vomit. So this was Adam, what's his name? The Lisco Inferno? The Lisco Inferno. This was his sort of olive branch to extend between us, that the popcorn crew and the chip crew can become friends. Who's mad at you?
Lisco Inferno. He got into my Twitter DM or replies and not, I wouldn't say gave me a talking to, but was disappointed in some of my football advice that I gave on my other podcast. I'm pretty sure he actually is like one of the 5 listeners of my third podcast. So I really appreciate this email.
Well, he also has another gripe with you, Geoff, because after we did the Snack It, Geoff put together the Stink Fartendale Invitational where we pit game show hosts against each other to find the best game show host. And he says, after listening to the game show host bracket, I am appalled you did not include either Richard Dawson from Family Feud, who was great because he Frenched people's wives right in front of them, or Gene Rayburn from The Match Game. And he says, been a listener for 5 years, went back and started at the beginning for the shows I missed. You guys rock. Kevin and I might be kindred spirits. Aside from the floppy bitch tits, love the pod. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Lisco Inferno.
Yeah, I mean, I suck in all the ways according to Lisco. So
yeah,
he wouldn't be a wingman for me at the bar. I'll tell you that.
Nope.
Go out and do your own work, buddy.
One more quick email.
Sorry.
He says, hello all. Oh yeah, this one's a couple weeks old. Kevin, as a decade-plus fan of Ellis, I am sad to hear it's dead. For you, it will be a boon, I believe, keeping you in mind. I dream of losing my job every night. I've offered my IT support before for the show, and it's still there if you ever need it. Thanks, Brian. Thank you, Brian. And yeah, I would direct your attention to the last email we addressed. So hopefully there's some good news in the very near future for all you Ellis fans out there.
Save that email. We might need to use him for some tech advice or help.
Yes, this is very true. All right, Shuddy. Are you ready? Are you fucking ready?
Yes, I'm ready, I think.
Voicemails, yay!
Okay, that's what I thought it was, because I got really angry that we didn't even listen to one last week.
Yeah, we went long. So,
you get angry at some of the voicemails. You get angry when we listen to or we don't listen to them. We can't please you, Shuddy.
Yep. Okay, so, yep, we got a little bit of a backlog going back to the end of October.
Pretty sure it's just going to be a lot of people reminding you that you lost your job.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be fun.
Hey, what's up, MSPH? Taffy Smokes here. Sorry, I'm a little behind on episodes right now and catching up right now.
Uh-oh. It's going to be even
heard
older.
The gentleman from St. Louis call about the drug test. I will say do not chug a bunch of water before you go in without having some niacin in your system as well to add some color to your urine, because if it does come back clear as day, it will come back as a mistest, and they're going to 100% of the time make you retest. Now, there is cleaners on the market, like Geoff said. Get them at most smoke shops. You don't have to get them at Amazon. Just make sure you follow the instructions. You get the right size bottle for your body weight. And we've got guys passing their fucking PO tests every week using those. So hopefully that helps, and smoke some weed and hang out and get in a good job. All right, guys, have a great night.
That was very nice of him. We always appreciate Puminati helping Puminati.
Hey, and I gave out good advice. That's what I took most from the voicemail, is that I was right in the first place. No.
Yeah, I mean, when you boil it down
somewhat
to
agreed.
its smallest parts, yes.
Well, I have high attention to detail, I guess. So I noticed the smaller things of what he was saying.
Here's another voicemail.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. The fuck is up?
Dude, I just finished fucking Mandalorian, the first episode. It's so fucking good, and I just wanted to call you guys and say, fuck yeah. Fuck, dude. Okay, so I should have called a couple of days ago and predicted the episode because I called it to like a T. Wow, that was fucking awesome. I don't want to give anything away.
I don't know what this guy's talking about.
Isn't it arts?
Is it?
It sounds kind of artsy, but I don't know.
I was picking that up, but why is he whispering and shit?
And is he talking about the Mandalorian?
I don't know. His phone cut out.
When is the voicemail from?
October 30th.
So I believe, yeah, that was when the first episode of The Mandalorian came out.
Oh yeah, yep. This is Art. It's hard to hear you, Art.
Hey, but wow, that was fucking good. Everything about that was fucking good. Wow, fucking 5 dicks for episode 1. 5 dicks all day. Fucking smoke weed. I guess that's all I got. I'm just pumped. I'm gonna go watch it again. Bye.
Yeah, we're now a few days away from the season finale of Mandalorian, and we're just getting around to Art's review on episode 1. I will say this whole second season of Mandalorian has been 5 dicks so far.
Yeah,
Holy
shit. Think it's been excellent.
Yeah.
It's been excellent.
Yeah, it's.
I feel like
pretty incredible what they're doing over there. It's impressive.
I feel like it's pretty unanimous that everyone who is into The Mandalorian loves this season of The Mandalorian. I haven't heard a one complaint about it.
No, it's been great. And man, Bill Burr. They got I tweeted about this, but Disney made, they just bukkakied the internet with announcements. Pretty dope announcements too. Fuck, why couldn't they give Bill Burr his own spin-off show from The Mandalorian? His character is awesome. Bill Burr's just a crusher in every sense of the word. Fuck.
He is fun. I didn't like the character the first go-round with him
from season 1.
I mean, not that Bill Burr, like the character was just a dick. Like I didn't like him, but this episode with him was phenomenal.
Was he in just the one episode?
He was in an episode in season 1, and then episode 7 of season 2.
Gotcha.
All right, you ready for more?
Yep. As long as they're not from fucking
Brady in
Hyper Chris.
Alberta. Just calling to say fuck Sirius XM. And Kevin, thank you for the past 8 years.
I would like to say I do not co-sign that.
The views expressed are not those of the host of Mad Scientist Party Hour?
Yep. I didn't say that.
I thank Jason too, but I don't have his Google Voice number.
Huh.
Also, I upgraded to the top tier. I actually went past that. You guys are getting $15 of my monies every month. I can't
fuck
be
yeah.
serious, so the least I could do is tip you guys off. I appreciate it so much, all the hard work you guys do. And any Illuminati/Wolf Knives that are listening right now, get your wallets out, cancel your subscriptions.
Yay.
Thanks, guys. Have a great show. Keep up the great work.
Why couldn't his phone break up when he was slandering my former company? Look, just for the record, I have no ill will against my former employers. So, yeah, just keep that in mind, friends.
Just for the record, I have ill will towards all my former employers, and I hope all those fucking companies crater. I'm rooting for all their demises.
Yeah, we're gonna get into those Kevin's unemployed calls now.
Love it.
Hey, fellas, this is Big Sexy. I was just calling because, Kevin, I know you're newly out of a job. If you ever wanted to get back into being an electrician, I can get you in the union.
Union gig.
I appreciate that, Big Sexy.
Is that just where his voicemail ends?
Yeah.
I can get you in the union.
Yep.
Job offer. That's better than the last voicemail, which was lovely itself.
Treasure. What a treasure.
Yeah. You don't want me as an electrician, man. I wasn't very good. I had no idea what I was fucking doing. I almost killed myself a bunch of times. I'm a liability. I'm better off where I am here, like telling fart jokes on the internet. No one can get hurt.
I wouldn't just close that door if I were you.
Hey guys, it's Pyro. I was listening to an older episode. I forget what
Pyro.
one off the top of my head, but anyway, it was one
He
where
has
I
the black
called
wife,
in.
right?
God damn it, Jeff. Now it started over. Yes, I think he does.
Yeah, he's pansexual.
Hey guys, it's Pyro. I was listening to an
Lots of
older
drugs.
episode. I forget what one off the top of my head, but anyway, it was one where I had called in and talked about Ouija boards. And no, Chuck, I was in my work van at the time. Thankfully, I've since gotten a 2020 loaded transit for work. But no, Shuddy, you're wrong about ghost movies being terrifying. Actually, the most terrifying movie is the movie Tough, because nothing is more terrifying than a mad scientist kidnapping you and turning you into a walrus. Peace.
Yeah, I mean, Tusk was a solid, weird-ass movie, and I definitely don't want someone turning me into a walrus, so hard to argue with that.
I thought Marriage Story was pretty much the scariest movie I've ever seen. You can see what just a couple of vindictive bitches will do to a good man.
Oh, man. All right, here's another one. Got a lot.
Isaiah 9 shocking Chewy branded Canada.
What?
Can you turn up, Kevin?
Greatest podcast ever.
Kevin, turn it up.
One thing for you boys.
It's as loud as it gets.
Gonna go
Kevin.
full Bing Bong and get
Bing Bong?
a mad scientist left Illuminati tattoo.
Wait, did he say he got a Puminati tattoo?
Yeah, I thought
That's all I heard at the end.
Bing Bong MSPH tattoo.
You boys pick the fucking one of your fucking logos and where the fuck to put it, and I'll get her done. Just shoot me the fucking shit on this.
I mean, I wish you talked louder.
Okay, I think what he said was if we put one of our logos on Twitter, he will get it tattooed.
And he said for us to tell him where, I think, to get it tattooed.
Sir, you realize our logo is a piece of poop.
Don't you have like a sperm on you somewhere?
Yeah. But I got tricked. I thought it was a flaming skull.
AC and I, at that first Ellis Mania I went to, were going to get the all-seeing poo tattooed on us at the Hart and Huntington shop in the Hard Rock one night after a binge, and were only turned away because they were closing. So that's the only reason that hadn't happened.
Ah, rats.
That's really partying.
Yeah.
Hey, can you guys tattoo a piece of shit on me?
I'll never party as hard as you guys, and that's pretty much the proof and confirmation of that. You guys have both gotten tattoos while partying.
Yep. I have a couple of them.
Yeah. I one time had Shuddyboy like burst into my apartment and jump on my bed when I was sleeping to be like,
Oh, look at this shitty tattoo I got.
That was after episode 100.
wow, that was that long ago?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That was the night of episode 100 after
Wow.
you went home and left me and Anthony at the bar. After I had binge drinked for like 12 hours straight.
I just want to talk about this for a second before we move on to the next voicemail. As flattered as I am by the idea, are we like, is it something that we want to really like endorse? Like, I'm not gonna tell him not to do anything, but
I will just point out to you, like, remember, like, that's a big commitment getting a piece of poop tattooed on you, and it's also a reminder that maybe we should try and come up with a better logo. Like, we can have multiple logos, right?
Well, we have the Back to the Future one.
That's true, but that's just like words, you know? Like, Legion of Skanks, they have like the skank hands, where it's like a happy face that's got like angry eyes and an X'd out mouth. Like, that makes a cooler tattoo than a piece of poop. So maybe we can find something. Maybe there's like a beaker with like or maybe we could just like get the beaker bong iconized. Is that a word?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I think we should work on the movie rating system first.
No, I like it because I feel like we've
Oh.
inspired like thousands of people to just rate everything in their life like that. Like people are going out
Sure.
with their friends at Taco Bell and like getting the new taco, and they're like, I'll suck like 3 new taco dicks, and their friends are like, what? And I
Well,
like that.
Apparently,
that
we're
exists.
inspiring tattoos as well now. So
One day we'll be a force for good, but until then, it's poop and sucking dicks.
yeah. I think you should tattoo poop before dicks. How's that for a response?
Okay, I assure you, the next logo we come up with will not have penises in it or poop. It'll be something you can
Yeah.
proud to get tattooed on your body, and who knows? Maybe myself and Shuddy will throw it on as well.
It'll be
Jeff
like,
won't do it because he's a pussy.
right. No, I won't do it. But it'd be like old presidents taking the new COVID vaccine.
Okay,
Like,
what about this? I have an idea. It's a V-neck, and this is all
I'm
done
in.
like
Stop right there, I'm
cartoony, corporate logo-y. So it's a V-neck, and there's a boner coming out the top, and the boner has taco meat hair growing on it where the V-neck is, and then there's a fat pile of shit on the dickhead.
As like a as a hairpiece?
Yeah.
And you're gonna get that tattoo to you first. You're gonna pioneer that.
No, fuck that. All right, let's do one more voicemail.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. It's Mike here in Missouri. Got a random brain question for you guys.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, Mike. Let's tee that up. Let's tee that up proper. Oh shit. Oh, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for today's random brain question.
All right, let's see what Mike, deep voice
After
Mike.
this, I have something.
Oh no.
We all know that it's impolite to talk with your mouth open or talk with your mouth full of food, I should say. And I guess the question is, or the question that pops into my mind, is if you're deaf and you're using American Sign Language, is it rude to talk or to sign with food in your hands? Or maybe even another question might even be, is it rude for them to sign while they're chewing food at the same time? Don't know. Just popped into my head, so I figured, what the hell? I'll give you guys a buzz. You guys have a great show, guys. Later.
Thanks for the question. I think the first part of that would certainly be weird because you're holding stuff in your fingers, and I'm not an ASL expert, but I'm pretty sure you need your fingers to communicate.
I don't know how
They're pretty vital.
As how rude it is, as much as impossible.
Yeah.
But now, if they're chewing and hand talking,
that is rude.
I would say if you're going to do it, sign over here so people are looking away from your chewing mouth, and then you're chill. So like put your hands far away from your head.
Okay. So, but if they're signing and not mouthing the words as they do it with food in their mouth, I don't think that's rude. Like if all they're doing is chewing.
Sure.
But now if they're chewing and speaking the words at the same time.
Why would they be speaking words at the same time? They're
they're
signing.
fucking deaf, Shuddy.
But that doesn't mean. Come on, you've never seen in a movie somebody sign and also.
Jeff and I have
I've
officially
seen Armageddon. I don't know what the fuck are we talking about. Yeah, shit happens in movies.
This has been a drastic turn of events in this episode because Shuddyboy had one up on us from winning Trivial Pursuit. And then we
He's
tied.
lost like 3.
And now Jeff and I are officially ahead of Shuddyboy in the intelligence department.
Listen,
you better kill it in Shuddy's news. Let me tell you.
I am not talking nonsense. Just fuck you both.
How many volcano bags have you inhaled today?
2.
All right.
I'm not putting weed in the crosshairs here. I just think I mean, that doesn't make sense, Shuddy. It's ASL that you're using their hands. Why would, like, they don't rely on their lips or their mouth communicating, hence the ASL in the first place. My thing is, I don't like really having conversations while I'm eating. Like, ideally, like, obviously you have to do it like in a date or if you're out with someone.
Yeah, dates you definitely want to talk with your mouth full.
But not with your mouth full. I'm saying I don't want to have conversations while I'm eating.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I don't like my thing of talking with your mouth full isn't like the grossness of talking with your mouth full. I can get past that. It's just like let's focus on food first, and then you fucking talk to me after I've eaten my food. Because I don't like you are on the back burner right now. I'm interested in this meal that I'm eating.
Yeah, like have you ever put food in the dog bowl and the dog runs over and starts eating it, and then you try to pet them and they're like, ah. Yeah. That's Jeff. Jeff's a dog. If you try to talk to him while he's eating spaghetti, he's like, oh. Man, that hurt my throat to growl like Jeff.
That's fair. That's exactly what happens. I like if you're eating and your significant other isn't, and they like kind of touch you, like, you know, like a loving touch.
Oh, get the fuck off me.
I hate that. Yeah, don't touch me.
Can't you see I'm eating an entire pie? Fuck off.
And that's, you know, luckily for me, that's not a problem I have anymore.
Yeah. This is all working out. Everything's coming up, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm just winning over here.
Hey, do you guys want to play a game?
As long as it's not as fucking gay as Letterboxd D.
Well, you're in luck, Jeff. This is a variation of the Letterboxd D game. So this was put together by Poo Team 6 elite member Ginger and Juice, a.k.a. Tim. So he put together a variation of the Letterboxd D game. So real quick, because I know we're gaining new listeners every episode, so people that might not be familiar, there's an app called Letterboxd, and it's basically like IMDb mixed with social media, so you can create an account, and you can put up your Mount Rushmore of your favorite movies, and then basically keep a log of all the movies you've watched. You can rate them, you can make lists. I'm obsessed with it. I fucking love it. I use it all the time, and we play a game. I initially thought that it was Letterboxd D, because I'm a fucking dumbass. And after we recorded the first episode where I talked about it, I'm like, hey, I found this cool new app called Letterboxd D. It clicked afterwards, like, oh, you fucking idiot. It's just Letterboxd. They just took the E out, because that's what you do with apps. You take letters out, and you're like, see? It's appy. So anytime one of us makes a mistake, we just stay the course. So that app is Letterboxd D now.
Yeah, we own it. We own it when we do stuff like this.
Yes.
We're driving some traffic their way, so we'll call whatever the fuck we want, Letterboxd D.
So I'll play the intro, and then I'll fill you guys in on the changes afterwards, and you might get a little bit of a clue.
Letterboxd D, Letterboxd D, it's Letterboxd D, the D stands for dumb. It's the Letterboxd D game.
That's right. The D in Letterboxd D no longer stands for dicks. It stands for Dom. Dom is a very close, longtime friend of myself and Shuddy. He co-hosts What the Fuck Did I Just Watch on our Patreon. And Shuddy's known him since high school. I've known him since college. And we've all stayed friends ever since. And Dom has been a Letterboxd user for a very long time. And the thing about Dom is he loves shitty movies. Not ironically, he legit loves them. The excuse or the example I always give is when Transformers came out, they rushed a straight to DVD knockoff called Transmorphers, and it was just on the shelves at Blockbuster. So that is how Dom rolls. He will take Transmorphers over Transformers any day of the week.
Well, I mean, Matrix is rated 1 star on his Letterboxd D.
And that's kind of where the inspiration for this game came from, because I was scrolling through Dom's reviews on Letterboxd D, which are phenomenal. I love them. And I also love seeing what he rates movies, because he watches these shitty, stupid movies that never saw a theatrical release. Some of them weren't even released on DVD. They're just like, I know it's 2008, but dust off the VHS machine. This is going on VHS. Like, that's Dom's bread and butter. And then he rates a movie like The Matrix, which is iconic, a game-changing movie, 1 star. That's a 1-star movie to Dom. But Transmorphers will get like 4 stars or something like that. He's a very strange guy. We love him to death, but that's Dom's movie-going experience. So Tim put together a spreadsheet. He went on Letterboxd, and he put together a spreadsheet of movies. And these are all movies that Dom has rated. And we have to guess which one he rated the highest. And the answers are all blacked out, so I'll be able to click them and see along with you guys.
Is it a good spreadsheet? Is
we
it
have to trust
obvious?
that you are a man of integrity and haven't cheated.
Dude, that fucking headband. I do not trust anyone wearing a headband like that.
Not while wearing a Wu-Tang shirt. That's for fuck sure.
That builds the credibility, but the headband just throws everything off.
Look, I like playing games more than I like cheating.
That is definitely a cop trying to blend in as a high schooler, wearing a headband and a Wu-Tang shirt.
What's up, fellow homies? Anybody want to sell me a nickel bag?
38 Jump Street over here.
I smoke dope just like you guys do. Yeah, I fucked that one up. Okay, so this one, we sort of already blew it, but who knows? Because you do get the option on Letterboxd D, you can rate a movie from a 0.5 star all the way up to 5 stars. So we kind of spoiled it. We know Dom rated The Matrix 1, but the other 3 titles in this category are Sharknado, Jupiter Ascending, and Mean Guns. So which of these movies did Dom rate the highest? It's tough. I think it's either Mean Guns or Sharknado.
Okay.
Because I think he Mean Guns is infamous on What the Fuck Did I Just Watch, because Shuddyboy hated every millisecond of it, and it still makes his blood boil to even mention the movie Mean Guns.
You know what? I'm not going to. Chris, Lowman 19, had suggested another movie that has put a moratorium on me ranting about Mean Guns for the next, I believe we are down to 2 months. I gave him 3 months off.
Okay. All right. Well, then we can just move ahead with the guessing.
Sorry, I really fucked that. Like, you set it up perfectly for me to go on a rant, and I'm like, nope, I've chosen to be nice about this. The movie was garbage, though, for sure.
Well, you already broke it. You already broke it, Shuddy. Let's just move on so you don't keep putting your foot in your mouth.
I'm gonna say Sharknado.
So am I.
I'm saying Mean Guns. Sharknado and Jupiter Ascending is too much on everyone's radar in the grid. I think he goes Mean Guns.
You want me to keep track of score, Kevin?
I'm
sure.
certainly not doing it.
That works. Oh, shit. Okay. This shows how unprepared for the workforce I am. I don't know how to unblackify these columns, the answer columns that are blacked out.
Blacked.com, right?
Is it on an Excel spreadsheet?
It's a Google Doc one.
Okay, even still. There should be a fill, and you just need to change it to no fill.
Oh, okay. Fill color.
Yep, no fill.
Okay,
Yeah, no
there we go.
allowed.
That worked. Okay, so The Matrix, obviously we all know that's a 1 star. No surprise there. Sharknado, 3 stars.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm winning. Wait,
Okay.
what's the most you can get in this game? And
5
Letterboxd
stars.
again? Oh, got it.
All right, Jeff, you picked Mean Guns. Let's see what he picked for Mean Guns. 2 stars. All right, now here's the wild card. Jupiter
Ascending, which is
Dom,
supposed to be terrible.
It is awful. I saw it in a packed theater opening night, and people were laughing throughout it like it was a screening of The Room.
That was Channing Tatum and Mila Kunis, right?
Yeah, Channing Tatum was a rollerblading cat man, dog man, who could rollerblade through the sky. Very strange.
Oh, my God. I was going to take... This was going to be my second choice. Because I think this is probably the worst movie out of all of them somehow.
Jupiter Ascending, 3.5. Holy
Damn
shit.
it. I overthought it again. I fucking suck at these games.
Well, first one. We all whiffed here. There's quite a few more. And, I mean, Tim put together a lot. We could even maybe divide this up into 2 sessions. Okay, so here's the next batch of movies. Barbed Wire, The Lighthouse, Samurai Cop 2, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Scumbag. Oh, man, I'm going to like him so much less. Oh, my God. Fuck. Dude.
So, The Lighthouse, black and white A24 movie with Robert Pattinson and a very
Willem
gassy
Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. which I was very excited for and was a little bit let down. I wasn't a huge fan of that movie. Barbed Wire, Pam Anderson titty flick, Samurai Cop 2, which I haven't seen yet, but I fucking loved. Okay, so I can appreciate a good shitty movie, and Samurai Cop is one of the best. Phenomenal watch for how bad it is. You will be entertained from start to finish. Haven't seen Samurai Cop 2 yet, but I do know, I'll give you guys this inside info. I know Dom liked it. But Barbed Wire is also a piece of shit, so Dom probably loved that too. Wolf of Wall Street, phenomenal movie. Dom most likely hated it because it's awesome.
I'm going Samurai Cop 2.
I'm going to go Barbed Wire. I think there's titties in it, and I know Dom loves titties. He loves movie nudity.
Was it Pam Anderson's titties?
Yeah.
Yes. In the very first scene of the fucking movie, before the title credits roll, you see her breasts.
Yeah.
Pam Anderson's just the best. She was an icon. I thought she was the hottest woman in the world.
If I recall, she's doing some sort of stripping on like a swing.
Fucking awesome. She just immediately, right out the gate, gives the paying customer exactly what they want. What a fucking icon. She deserves every cent that she's got to her name.
I know what you guys came here for. It's these, right? Here you go. in the opening credits. Here's my tits.
So we got
I'm going Barbed Wire,
Samurai Cop 2, Wolf of Wall Street. What's the other one?
The Lighthouse.
Oh my god. There's no I'm just gonna go Wolf of Wall Street and just hope.
It can't be The Lighthouse. So let's get The Lighthouse out of the way first. Gave it 3 stars. All right.
Oh no.
Barbed Wire got 2.5. Oh no.
He's not into Pam Anderson titties.
Okay. I feel like we should go to Wolf of Wall Street next. Wolf of Wall Street got 5 stars.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
That's the winner. Yeah, Jeff, you got a point.
That's why he's my homie.
And Samurai Cop 2. Ooh, that was close. Samurai Cop 2, he gave 4.5 stars. You know, I'm changing it to dicks. He gave it dicks.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah. What are we doing here?
Letterboxd Game needs to change it to dicks, clearly.
Okay, moving right along. Wow, there's a movie in here that's so stupid I've never even heard of it. Okay, so Hostel, the first Hostel, Eli Roth movie, which I enjoyed. Scary Movie 2, which I also enjoyed. Grab My Small Hand, very, very funny. Wrestlers versus Zombies. And Pulp Fiction.
Nice.
So, Pulp Fiction, Wrestlers versus Zombies. What were the other two?
Hostel, Scary Movie 2.
Okay.
Wrestlers versus Zombies, and Pulp Fiction. What did Dom rate the highest?
Okay,
I'm going to say
go
Hostel.
first.
Oh, sorry, Jeff.
I hate ordering the same fucking meal as someone. You know that, Kevin. That's why I want to go first.
It's a
I'll
fucking
go
game,
Hostel
Jeff.
as well. You're a piece of shit.
Eat my
Go
fucking
Hostel.
butthole. What do you think, Shuddy?
Well, at least I'll stay in the lead.
I'm going to say Wrestlers versus Zombies.
That was my second choice. That's my
It sounds like a
choice.
movie
Good one.
Dom will watch and say he liked, but I feel like he'll give it 3 dicks. So let's see.
Kevin, start with Scary Movie 2.
Okay.
And then Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Here we go. It's like my PS5. Right when we need it, just fucks you right in the ass, huh? You gonna do us like that Google Sheets? You know Google Sheets went down at 3 a.m. today? All Google Drive. I was
yeah, nothing's there.
I was awake for that.
All right, we'll try Hostel.
I was making my little football spreadsheets.
Hostel 1. 4 dicks. Tim put stars next to the winner. So Scary Movie 2, maybe he didn't review it? Wrestlers versus Zombies, he gave 1 dick. That was a nice pump fake by Ginger and Juice. Pulp Fiction, 3.5. Middle of the road one for Dom. Didn't really care for that.
I won't watch it again, but it was all right.
Yeah,
he needs to change those stars to eggplant emojis. Come on, Ginger. You're better than that.
So
and
you and Jeff got a point.
Yep. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. This is going to be tough. Okay. There's some serious contenders here. First movie is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. which I think I've revised my review of to be a 5-dicker. I fucking love that movie. I think I've seen it 3 times now. Great flick. But Dom is ass backwards when it comes to movies sometimes. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Deadpool, or Ghost Rider.
Ooh. Okay, it's Kevin. Don't say anything. Shuddy, I don't think you've won first in a while. You pick.
Jeff, you haven't gone first yet.
I haven't. Okay. I'm going Ghost Rider, man. I'm going. That's the one with Nick Cage. That's got Nick Cage, right?
Yeah.
I think. Okay. Yeah, I'm going that one.
I'm going Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Damn it.
Same.
Good. Savvy.
Dom is probably one of the most consistent human beings I've ever met in my life. Like 20 years later, Dom still loves the same exact stuff. And he has been a diehard Mortal Kombat fan for as long as I've known him.
God bless his heart.
For as long as I've known him also.
So let's see what Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because I'm ready to laugh my ass off. Fuck me. 4 dicks. Okay.
Deadpool.
That's the winner. 5-dicker from Dom.
Damn it. See, we're overthinking it maybe. Well, maybe there's another 5-dicker. Did you look at all of them?
Not yet, but that one's got the stars next to it.
What did he give Mortal Kombat Annihilation?
Okay, Mortal Kombat got 2.5.
Wow.
Consistent in my ass. You don't even know your friend.
And Ghost Rider, 1 dick. That might be the only shitty movie Dom doesn't like.
Oh man, yeah. I went through my phases with Nick Cage. He'll come back around on that movie. Watch it again, Dom, instead of Goblins 2, wherever the fuck you got on the queue.
All right, let's do one more.
Yeah, I'll stay out of this one. You two need to.
What do you mean?
You guys, if this is the last one, I'm mathematically eliminated. You guys are tied at 1 point apiece.
We still gotta get your guess in.
Yeah, I'll still guess, but my guess is not as relevant. One of you two needs to get this.
All right, Kevin, you can go
we
first.
have a three-way tie and have to go for another. You know what? Fuck this. I'm playing. I'm going.
All right, here we go. These are the 4 movies to choose from. The most recent Adam Sandler movie, Hubie Halloween. Dom loves Halloween.
Good one.
Spring Breakers. Sexy Ladies.
That with Franco?
Dom likes those. Thunder in Paradise. Hulk Hogan. Dom loves those. And Prometheus.
I'm going with Thunder in Paradise.
I think it's Thunder in Paradise too.
I'm gonna try to be sharp here. I'm gonna go Prometheus. I like Prometheus.
Prometheus, you said, was the trailer for Prometheus was the best thing about seeing Avengers. Is exactly what you said, and I will not forget that.
I know. I feel like it's brought up. I feel like it's brought up once every couple months.
Anytime Prometheus is mentioned, I will continue to say
or
that.
Avengers for that matter.
All right. Well, let's pluck off the ones that nobody picked. Let's start with Hubie Halloween. Ooh, 2-dicker from Dom.
Ooh.
Spring Breakers. Another 2-dicker. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I guess we'll just go straight down the line. Thunder in Paradise, the Hulk Hogan classic. It received 3.5 dicks.
All right, now what's Prometheus got?
Which means Prometheus 4.5 dicks.
Jeff is the winner.
The person who I don't think has ever met Dom
in real life
won the Letterboxd Game Dom Edition.
I'm good at online poker, guys. I recognize betting paths and trends and stuff like that. I pick up on things that maybe you guys don't. I don't know, maybe that's what it is.
Well, shout out to you, Ginger and Juice. That was an awesome game.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
thanks,
you
Ginger.
for putting that together, Ginger.
Yeah, that kicked ass, and I'm glad that we're gonna get another edition out of it. That'll be fun to play again. So speaking of movies, I've got some stuff to review. How about you guys?
So do I.
Why don't you kick things off, Shuddy? What did you see?
Hillbilly Elegy on
Ooh,
Netflix.
I heard that was bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
No shit.
I really enjoyed it. Yes.
We got an outpouring of support for your recommendation for what's his name? Jim Zubas? What's that Apple TV show you liked?
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people seem to be emphatically on your side on that one.
Good. I'm glad. I really enjoyed Hillbilly Elegy. It was shot well. We know my stance on Amy Adams is very well known.
Oh yeah, you're Patooey. Yeah,
very well known. But she was excellent in it.
I think Amy Adams is so hot.
Glenn Close acted her ass off as an old lady. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was very, very good.
What's it even
what
about?
What a stretch, right? Glenn Close being an old lady, man. Wouldn't she have to do method acting for that?
Yeah, she was very convincing as an old bag.
I mean, she was an old hillbilly lady. That's what she played.
But what's the movie
about?
Take
place in Florida?
So what it's about, it's based on a true story, and it's about this family who is from Appalachia, and the grandmother and grandfather move to Ohio when they're young. Like the grandmother, Glenn Close's character, was pregnant at 13, and when she was pregnant, they ran away to Ohio together.
Yikes!
And
is it really pronounced Appalachia?
Yes.
It's not Appalachia?
Correct.
All right.
We know how I would have said it if I was reading this.
What's Appalachia? What the fuck?
So it follows this family. Amy Adams is Glenn Close's daughter, and she has kids. And it's the story of her son. Like, Amy Adams is bipolar. She's a drug addict. You know, she's always trying to find a man that's going to make her happy and take care of her and the kids. And
so she's getting blacked out and flashing her son's friends.
Can
you believe nobody wants a piece of this?
Yeah, I mean, she's like
Adams.
extremely bipolar.
Hold on. Sounds like Ozarks mixed with This Is Us. How's my aim?
I don't know. I've never watched This Is Us because I'm not a fruitcake.
Up yours, Jeff.
He got me. It was a fruity move.
And how this kid grows up and he gets into Yale Law School and he's on the verge of becoming a lawyer and getting a job. And she relapses and ODs on heroin, and he's got to drive from Yale to Ohio to take care of her and try and get her into rehab. She refuses to go.
Sounds hilarious.
It was not hilarious, not funny at all. It was heavy, but I thought it was excellent.
So what do you think? How many hillbilly heroin dicks are you going to suck?
I'm sucking 4.5 Amy Adams dicks.
Holy shit. Wow.
Whoa.
All right. Strong.
I really, really liked it.
All right. Hey, I'll do one real quick. I watched a movie called First Cow.
That sounds like a kid's movie.
I'm guessing, yeah, you guys have never heard of it, huh?
Nope.
It's like a BBW porn.
Jesus. It's an A24
People are
movie.
into that.
It's an A24 movie, so it's, very artsy.
They're like 2 degrees away from porn, let's be honest.
So it's like, let me Google it real quick to see the time period, because I'm fucking terrible with those. I'm an A24 fanboy. They don't always get knocked out of the park for me, but at least the stuff they make, even if I'm not a huge fan of it, it's always they're always interesting movies, you know? So so
I disagree.
It's the 1820s. So it's like settlers and frontiermen. This
Back
dude,
when boys could be boys.
This dude stumbles upon like a Chinese immigrant running away from people that are trying to murder him, and they become homies. And the main dude's dream is to like make a bakery. He wants to make a bakery one day, and there's big news in their settlement or whatever that there's a cow coming. And I did not know that cows had to be brought to America, but apparently cows weren't a thing until some foo-foo London boy brought him here. So that's like the huge scuttlebutt. Like, did you hear a fucking cow is coming? So
wait, is that true?
I think I didn't fact check it, but I'm assuming A24 did their homework.
Those motherfuckers didn't know shit about gambling during that precious Uncut Gems movie. We can't just assume that they did their homework. Shuddy, if you could fact check that, that'd be great. Cows.
When cows came to America,
there's no domestic. Yeah, we cows immigrated from Europe.
Yes.
Oh, Shuddy didn't even look that up.
Yes, cows are not native to the United States of America. I would bet money on that. I will fact check it, but they are not a North American creature.
I mean, I bet money on everything, but if you feel very confident, you're very confident right now. I'm going to steer clear of this one.
So when they find out about the cow, the dude's like, well, wait a second, I can use its milk to like bake shit. So he and the Chinese dude come up with a plan, and they like wait till the middle of the night, and then they start siphoning off this rich guy's cow's milk, and then bake shit with it, and then they sell it to people, and everybody that eats it, they're like, this motherfucker's biscuits. And by the way, I was like stoned when I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, I want one of those fucking biscuits. This dude's making these biscuits in this weird cast iron skillet thing, and then they paint it with like honey, and it sort of looks like a little rock, but it's like that's some like non-corporate salt of the earth biscuits right there, and I want to fucking eat one. I like biscuits. So people lose their shit.
Corporate.
Non-stepped on. That's some true grit biscuit.
Fucking hipster pussy. You can find those biscuits in Los Feliz, I bet.
Oh,
around 10,500 years ago, cattle were domesticated from as few as 80 progenitors in central Anatolia, the Levant, and western Iran. So Middle East and the Mediterranean.
Okay.
Whatever.
So, I mean, that's basically, it's not the world's most exciting movie, and it has very long shots. Like, there's long stretches where there's no dialogue. But for some reason, I really fucked with the chemistry between these two guys. I don't know. I was rooting for their weird little bootleg, thievery, makeshift bakery. And it took a minute. At first, I was like, oh, man, I'm going to fall asleep in this motherfucker. But it picked up, and I enjoyed it. If this pitch is not selling you, I can safely say you probably are not going to dig it.
No, I would say not.
No, this sounds terrible. I mean, you lost me at A24. I mean, these guys essentially fart in their hand and smell it. These fucking pussies over there, full of just... They clearly went to Northwest school, I'll tell you that.
I like A24.
I mean,
I like their stuff.
I mean that with all due disrespect.
So I'll suck 3.5 cow dicks. I know cows don't have dicks, but what the fuck's the matter with you, Jeff? What are you griping about now? Oh, you like the movie that I haven't seen? Oh, frazzle.
I don't know how is it your dream to have a bakery and there's not even fucking cows? You know,
because they make all their shit with water. Where people today would use milk for their stuff. So that's why when people like tasted their biscuits, they were flipping out. They're like, "It's the fucking greatest thing I've ever eaten in my life. How'd you do this?" He's just like, "Oh, I'm the bomb."
And they're stealing cow milk like it's fucking Breaking Bad with the methylamine.
Yeah, and then the guy whose cow it is gets wind that there's like some awesome treat being made, and he tastes it, and he's like, I will pay you 5,000 shillings for you. Like, it's that fucking Toby. Fuck, what's his name? He's in everything now.
From The Office? Toby?
No.
Funderson?
The real guy's name is Toby. Hold up, I have the listing. I can pull it up real quick. Toby Jones.
Is the guy who plays
that it?
Arthur
Toby
Lee Allen
Jones?
in Zodiac.
It is Toby Jones. You'd know him if you saw him.
I'm gonna look him up.
So they're charging this guy out the ass for his own cow milk right back to him.
That's going to end in violence. There's only one way that can end. That's violently.
I guess you'll have to watch First Cow and see for yourself. Yeah.
I'll just flip to the final page. Like
Toby
it's when Harry Met
Jones.
Sally.
None of the pictures of him are flattering.
Is he black?
No, you will absolutely recognize him when you see him.
He was in The Mist. You've seen The Mist, right, Jeff?
No.
He was Arnim Zola in the Marvel movies.
Oh,
Arnim Zola. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I also
that first.
I since they've finally made it free for Disney Plus subscribers, I watched the live action Mulan. Just because fuck it, why not? It was actually kind of dope.
The trailer fucked. Yeah.
It was
cool.
It was kind of sick. I liked it. And like people like shit all over that movie. I know a lot of people were bummed out because the chick that plays Mulan like sided with the Chinese government.
Really? Were they bummed out? People cared?
Yep.
People
cared enough to like review bomb the movie and stuff. So it's got horrible reviews online. And I never watched the first Mulan on its initial run through because I was too busy smoking pot and not going to Disney movies and wishing I was fucking chicks. Yeah. But I did watch it a few months ago and I was like, yeah, that was all right. And then when they made the live action one, I was like, the trailer, like you said, the trailer fucks. It looks like it's got cool action. The chick that plays Mulan's pretty hot. I'm into this. It's got Donnie Yen. Jet Li's in it. He plays the Emperor. Like, all right. Fuck yeah. I'll watch this. And it wasn't bad. I don't know what people were all bummed out about. It did have really cool action. They did these cool like camera tilts sometimes during the action when people were running up walls and shit. They did do a little bit of Crouching Tiger here and there. But the weapons combat was dope. There was really cool shots in it. Visually, it was awesome. I don't know what everybody's so bummed about. Other than
nudity, though, right?
No nudity. But I mean, for a Disney movie, a lot of people got thrashed. People got fucked up in it. Lots of deaths. People getting shot with arrows and shit.
But no blood.
One person like spits out blood, but not when people are getting shot with arrows and stabbed and stuff.
There just needs to be one of these Disney movies that have nudity.
I wouldn't hold your breath, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean they have a brand, I guess. They're pretty loyal to it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's worked well for them the last.
Yeah.
If
it's not broke, don't fix it. Hey, we don't move away from shit and dick jokes. We know it works.
Yeah. I mean, they even when they got the streaming rights to Splash, they digitally put hair on Daryl Hannah's ass. So you couldn't see her fucking ass. They're like anti-butt at Disney.
Yeah. That was back when her ass was super edible. Am I the only one who would be down to eat 80s Daryl Hannah ass?
I'll go there.
I would as well.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I
get that immune system up.
She was an icon.
Yeah. But, I mean, if you've got Disney Plus and you got time to kill, yeah, Mulan's worth checking out. No. Get the VHS so you can see some butt.
I have it on DVD.
Mulan's another 3.5 dicker for me. Enjoyable.
Jeff, you said that you watched We Are the Champions, right?
No.
No?
No. I just noticed something. I have like a reverse Hitler. So you know how Hitler's just got the little stash right here? I have nothing right here.
You're just noticing that? That's why I've been calling you Gomez Adams.
I don't know what that means. You know, this is a birth defect, Kevin.
Oh, what team does he play on?
You know, you're making fun of my birth defect.
No, I'm making fun of you for not knowing about your birth defect. You should be ashamed of yourself, Jeff.
He's talking about his cleft palate, Kevin.
Cleft lip, but
sorry.
Yeah, I've had multiple plastic surgeries on it when I was young, and I guess it just doesn't grow hair. So
because it's
you get
scar
the reverse
tissue.
story. Yeah. Shuddy's a smart one here. He's earning back those IQ points and that credibility. No, Shuddy, to go back to your question and to give my review, I guess I watched Murder on Middle Beach, which is a 4-part HBO docuseries. It's about this kid, this guy, 25, who is doing a documentary about his mother's unsolved murder. They're out in Connecticut, forget which part, whatever, Connecticut. And he was the son of a very rich dude. Well, somewhat rich. That's how they got to Connecticut. He was a CEO of some like energy company in Connecticut. And his wife was just like a stay-at-home mom who's kind of got a fucked up family. And so it's like a part documentary, part like investigative, like journalism almost by this kid. And he's trying to like figure out like who killed his mom and like produce some content off it. He's also an aspiring filmmaker. So it was pretty interesting because, you know, it remains unsolved to this day, and it pretty clearly someone in the family, you know. He talks to his father, who is one of the like prime suspects, his like mom's fucked up friends, and after because him and his mom and his dad got divorced, and she got into this thing called gift tables. Have you ever heard of gift tables? You know what that is?
Is that when it's your birthday and somebody buys you a table?
Yeah, if it's not exactly what a gift table sounds like it is, then no.
No, it's like a Ponzi scheme that a bunch of like richer old ladies would run in, like, I guess Connecticut is where it started and like branched out in the other parts of the Northeast. And it's just like you have like these rich ladies have like a house party, and it's like a gifting session, they call it, and it's like a $5,000 entry, and everyone has to get a few people under them, and then the person that like gets the most gets like the $5,000 from each person. And I don't know, it sounded absolutely retarded, but she got involved with some unsavory characters and got into some shit that she probably shouldn't have through the gift tables, and those people were like lumped into the investigative portion of the documentary, right?
Oh, so she ripped off the wrong people?
That's the theory, but it's like there's an episode for the gift tables, there's an episode for the father, there's 4 episodes, there's an episode kind of wrapping it all up, and then maybe like another episode for like her sister, her sketched out like family tree, right? But like the first episode is about the father, because that's immediately where everyone's brain goes to. And I have a random brain question about that I want to throw more Shuddy's way in a second. But so the first episode focuses on the father, who was fired from the company he was the CEO of, for like getting involved in like embezzlement and money laundering. And then afterwards, when he got fired, he took a bunch of like sketchy consulting jobs that allegedly, he might have even been convicted if I can remember correctly. I can't remember correctly, but allegedly was involved in like hundreds of millions of dollars worth of money laundering and had multiple different passports and was being investigated by the FBI. And his mom, the filmmaker's mom, was murdered on the morning of a hearing that they were going to have for like back child support he was supposed to pay in alimony. So like that's part of the reason, and the fact that he was involved in illegal shit, why he was like a prime suspect, but he was never arrested for it. So the random brain question that I had, because this guy is just like robotic. I mean, granted, when the lady got killed, they were divorced, so the relationship wasn't like current at the time, but he lawyered up immediately. Like he never even talked to the cops. Like he immediately got a lawyer, and like the lawyer is like an ultra powerful, like super big dick lawyer, right? A dude that represents CEOs with money, right? Like this guy wins his fucking cases, right? But he immediately lawyered up, and a lot of people kind of assume like, you know,
this is a confusing question.
So my question, random brain question, is Shuddy, if you came home one day and Sharon was just murdered violently, and
would you be
just see her
sad?
dead body, do you lawyer up immediately, or do you go to do you get interviewed by the cops without a lawyer?
Well, that all depends on if I kill her or not.
That's a trick question.
It's not exactly the same situation. Like, I don't have anything to gain from Sharon being dead.
Well, maybe there's a life insurance policy.
Whereas this guy does. Like, if he's, it's slightly different. The first thing I would do, I would probably not even think about lawyering up. I would call the police away.
I would download Tinder.
Well, you saw what they tried to do to OJ, those scumbags. So I don't know why you wouldn't get a lawyer. I would have. I don't know. You're the one, who's most committed, clearly, and I was interested in your thoughts first and foremost, because I would immediately lawyer up. You just see how fucking, you watch as many documentaries as I have recently. You see just how badly cops fuck up cases, and granted, they're outliers, but
you have to also take into account, I'm sure there's bits and pieces that are left out to make it, more dramatic. But if he was on the verge of being in court for child support, he already had some sort of legal representation. So as soon as everyone found out that she was dead, it got to his civil attorney, who was like, you need to get a regular attorney because now you're going to be number one suspect. Not saying that that's what happened, but that's not out of the realm of possibilities that he already had some sort of legal representation for the child support hearing, so that immediately advised him to get a criminal attorney.
So, Geoff, how many boring documentary dicks are you going to suck?
Well, to respond to Shuddy's point, don't just brush me off here. We're talking about murder. This is why I wanted to save it for next week, Kevin, because I wanted to talk about this, and you don't even care. You don't give a fuck.
Look, I just don't share the same passion for boring documentaries you do.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I'll watch A24 movies. That gay ass macchiato bullshit. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna put this out there now. I am someone who's gonna lawyer up immediately, and I'm gonna say this now. I'm going on YouTube with this. I'll never take a fucking polygraph test. I don't care if my mother gets killed. I'll never take a polygraph test under any circumstance. I'm saying it now in case anyone, like one of my brothers, died violently and I was at the house. I'm not taking a polygraph.
I just want to be on the record that I will always take the course of action that makes me look guiltiest.
Yep.
I'm going to call a lawyer before the cops, and I will refuse polygraphs. And you know what? I'm also going to chop all my fingers off in the event of a crime and pull my teeth out so nobody can
burn all of my trash. So
nobody can my entire hair.
So nobody can get my DNA from the dumpster.
See,
well, let me tell you,
I'm innocent.
I burned my trash after I shit my pants.
I don't blame you.
So that's what I'll say. Well, why is there a burned trash can in your backyard? Well, I shit my pants. Investigator. That's what I'll say.
Airtight.
Murder on Middle Beach dicks. I'll suck 3.75 dicks on Middle Beach Road.
All right.
Or Middle Beach dicks. The Hamburgs. Crazy family.
So
I thought it was a sage move. I would have lawyered up immediately. I don't know.
I got one last quick thing I have to review because it is a pretty big thing in the geek world. The long-awaited Cyberpunk 2077 video game has come out.
Yes, it has.
People hate it.
8 years in development. It's been in development for 8 years. It's been delayed like a million times. It was supposed to be like one of the last PS4 releases, and it's been delayed so many times that it's now a PS4 game out on PS5 and Xbox as well. And I got, because I as we've talked about, I got the PS5. I lucked out, and I'm playing Cyberpunk on the PS5. It seems like everybody that's playing it on the PS4 or the Xbox One are having a real rough go of things. It supposedly looks like a PS1 game, full of bugs, performance issues. Apparently, if you're not playing it on the current gen systems, it's a steaming pile of shit, just gameplay and graphics wise. Now, without those issues, I'm having a hard time with it myself. I've been... Go ahead, Shuddy.
I have about 45 minutes total in that game since it came out. And I played it... you know what? I'm sorry. I have like 2 hours because I played it for 50 minutes after midnight when it released on Friday.
I've been really looking forward to this. I love Cyberpunk as a genre. Like Akira, Blade Runner 2049... Alita Battle Angel. Like, I love Cyberpunk shit. I love Cyberpunk comics. They're really struggling to make a good Cyberpunk video game, and I don't know why. I've just been frothing at the mouth for this game, and it's a bummer so far. I'm not feeling it. Like, the graphics are solid on the PS5. The whole world looks great. The city, Night City, it's gigantic. It looks beautiful. It looks like everything I want out of a Cyberpunk game. I just don't like the gameplay of it. I don't like the combat. The combat's whack.
The combat is very clunky.
It's clunky. It's like one of the older Fallout games.
Yeah. Or what I equated it to is like those first first person shooters that came out on the Wii. That when you were trying to use the nunchuck and the controller at the same time to do different things, and it just didn't seem to like do what you wanted it to do. Like the combat's not good, the driving's not good.
Oh, the driving is horrible. Fucking horrible. It's real bad.
It's a disappointment for sure.
And see, this is my point about the COVID vaccine. You cannot take things and do things in the first release. You have to wait. I mean, I'm a victim of this too. And I'm saying you just let the dust settle, let it play out, get the early reviews, and then maybe take the vaccine.
Yeah, take it from the guy who's gonna call a lawyer when his wife gets murdered.
Immediately.
This is the guy whose footsteps you want to follow in.
Yeah. Oh, you got COVID?
So, Mr. Clark, you called your lawyer before you contacted the police. Yes, that is correct.
No. I'm pretty sure my lawyer would tell me not to contact the police, actually. So I won't be contacting the police.
Geoff is here to be a life coach for all of us by doing the opposite of what he says.
Okay,
that's for the new listeners. Okay, back. Okay, Geoff, I know you're very desperate to.
I feel like I'm arguing with Donald Trump here. I can't respond.
No, you can't, because we're fucking talking about something. Geoff is like a vegan. Like, nobody was talking about vegans. You just have to be like, oh, by the way, I know you guys are talking about a video game, but I'm an anti-masker. Like, we get it, Geoff. We get it. Thanks. Can we move on? We know you're vegan.
I think that's the most insulting thing you've ever said to me. I don't know if we can move on.
Hey,
but I think
you're about to have one less job, friend.
If the dunce cap fits. Now, can we continue, Geoff? We're up to speed.
Let's talk about the Cyberpunk game that sucks.
Yeah, we can make some time for Geoff's kooky conspiracy theories next week if you'd like.
Okay, all right.
That'll be a Patreon 500 pesos tier.
Clark Conspiracies coming to you soon, Patreon.
So yeah, back to what we were talking about. Shuddy, you made a good point. Driving completely sucks ass. It's clunky. It's awkward. It's not fun.
I've seen glitches in the cutscenes. In one of the first cutscenes when you're in the limo with Dexter, whatever his name is, my character was sitting like this. It looked like he was like riding a motor. Like
maybe he was a Frankenstein.
The arm, well, like you were riding a motorcycle.
Okay.
I don't like the first person view in it. Like it's very, I don't know. It doesn't feel right.
There's a lot of it doesn't feel right. It is glitchy. I've walked into rooms and there's just like guns or items floating in the air and you can't really interact with them. I don't like the tone of the game. Like, it feels more like a Grand Theft Auto rather than like an Akira or Cyberpunky type thing. It's just a bummer for a game that I was so fucking excited for. And every time it got delayed, I was like, you know what? That's fine. You guys take your time, get it to where it needs to be. And it seems like I'm not experiencing as many bugs as other people are. Like, some of the bugs I've been seeing on the internet are fucking hysterical. Like, you can customize your penis. You can choose your penis when you build your character.
I was just going to ask you, did you choose a normal penis or the big hog?
Oh, well, I wanted it to be accurate. I chose the big hog.
Nice.
You can also give yourself a pussy.
Yeah.
It's a very
or
interesting
underwear.
game.
Or you could be modest and put on underwear.
But there was a glitch where the penis was just hanging out of the pants of your character. So there's just a hanging, swinging dick by accident.
So you're running around with your fly open.
Which is very funny.
The John Hamm, yeah.
But some of the glitches I was getting, I did this mission, and I'm fighting people, and the combat's going on, which we mentioned sucked ass. And all of a sudden, I keep catching on fire, and then like I kill a couple people, and I'm hiding, and I'm trying to take cover so my life will recharge. And then I'm hearing the sound effects of like whoosh, 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 and my controller's vibrating, and my health is going down. I'm like, who the fuck is punching me? And I spin around, and there's nobody near me. And I'm just like, whoosh, 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 and my health's going down. I'm like, God fucking damn it.
I had that glitch too.
And I was talking to the homie Tim, because he's been playing it as well. And apparently that mission, for some reason, sections of the floor are on fire. You're just in a building where the floor is on fire for no reason whatsoever. And maybe we just had a glitch where the fire wasn't showing up. But either way, it's a stupid thing to even just... Because it's not like you're fighting in a burning building. You're in like a building. So there's no reason for the floor to be on fire in certain sections. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. The hacking and stuff is very clunky and awkward and doesn't work the way you want it to. It's almost like the Cones of Dunshire, the video game. It's too convoluted. There's too much shit going on.
Yeah, way too much going on. You have to craft. You have to...
There's skill trees within skill trees within skill trees. It's just like, fucking calm down. What are you doing with all this shit? It's unnecessary.
Yeah, it's extremely convoluted.
It's been a chore. I've really had to push myself because I've played games before where they sucked in the beginning and I just didn't understand it. And the more you play it, the more stuff clicks. And then you're like, okay, I'm on board now. It just took me a minute to get the learning curve down. I'm still not there yet, but I did do a mission that was fun where it's kind of like that movie Strange Days where you can play through recordings of other people, almost like recording what you're seeing and experiencing, and then somebody else can put on like a headset and relive what you lived. And you go into this guy's apartment and you're like using a recording of the person who was in there to like get their security system down and listen in on phone conversations that the person wasn't there for and find shit hidden in traps around the apartment. And I haven't gotten to the part yet, but once you finish going through that recording, you actually have to go to that room. So the stuff like you disabled while you were in the recording of it is going to help you out when you actually play through it. And that was kind of neat. But I don't know. I'm very, very bummed out about it. Even if you take the glitches out of it, it's still just not a very fun game.
Yeah, the glitches with my Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War are way worse than your glitches with Cyberpunk. My shit doesn't even turn on for a couple of days.
Yeah, you got a really janky PS5.
Do you have, let me ask you a question. Do you have an external hard drive attached to it for the PS4 stuff?
I do not know.
Oh, okay. Because I'm having an issue where sometimes with the external hard drive hooked up, the PlayStation restarts a couple of times before it'll turn on. And it's been causing me some stress.
Yeah, my PlayStation 5 is just racist against me. It fucking hates me. It plays whenever Cheech turns it on. I guess he complained about it once or twice since its bouts with death have started or whatever, it being bricked. I guess it's just for me. But every Sunday, I get up really early on football days, Saturday and Sunday. So I like to wake up really early, smoke a bowl, get coffee, and play Madden and just kind of see how my day is going to go. If I'm going to get butt fucked in Madden early, I'm probably going to get butt fucked in sports gambling throughout the day. And I just want to get it out of the way early just to like kind of set up the mood. If I win, oh shit. Well, this weekend, my PS5 didn't even fucking turn on. And let me tell you, my gambling Sunday went pretty similar. I was.
You bricked your gambling.
That. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. I bricked all of Sunday.
Well, hey, there's always next week. And hey, there's always another episode of MSPH, friends. So thank you all for listening. Thank you to all the new listeners. Thank you to the old listeners. And thank you to the massive outpouring support everybody's been giving us on the Patreon and iTunes. Our iTunes reviews have exploded. So thank you guys so much. And hey, if you can, keep them coming because every little bit helps.
Do we get reviews on Spotify?
I don't think so. I signed up for Spotify just to look at our listing, and I don't think they have that function. But Apple Podcasts still does, and who knows, maybe other weird ones I've never heard of do. So any reviews and subscribes that you could throw us is a huge help.
We're at 750.
I know we got a lot of
Wasn't
reviews.
Earlier this year we were talking about getting to 420 and being all
something
excited?
like that. Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
So thank you
get
all.
Fired.
And keep them coming if you can. If you haven't done so, please just take a quick second, subscribe, and leave us a 5-star review. If you want to watch us on YouTube, you don't get the Easter egg on YouTube. That's exclusive to the audio podcast. But if you want to see all of our goofy faces, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Shout out to everybody who put us over the 1,000 subscriber mark. So hopefully they can let us monetize the channel soon. What else? And the Patreon, like I mentioned, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Constantly cranking out shit. The $5 tier gets you a mini bonus podcast every week after we do this one. And the $10 tier is basically the dumping ground for all of our original content, our solo stuff, and any other weird side things we try out. It's all there. So it's a huge help, especially in these trying times where I don't have a day job anymore. But yeah, thank you everybody. The support's been overwhelming and awesome, and we're gonna try and keep cranking out the gems week after week, friends. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft,
at Shuddyboy,
at Geoff Records,
and at MSPH Podcast. Check out Fade the Media, Jeff's other podcast, and his mystery third one that we don't know about.
Yeah, go to sportsbookwire.com. We're on the fucking hero of that.
There you go.
Maybe next time I'll tease it.
And if you want to be a part of voicemails, call 201-472-0139, and you can just shoot your emails to madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. Shuddy, you got anything?
No, sir.
All right, friends. Well, until next time.
Ooh, something.